Jump on the spaceship. Jump on the spaceship. Jump on the spaceship.
So starting this in particular stemmed from my interaction with just banking infrastructure and information in general when I was working on Konga Pay, and seeing just that was the inspiration. I was like, wow, you know, we could create cool experiences around financial needs and questions, and that's where the idea or the desire to see a different kind of experience happen. But honestly, I think I've wanted to start a company since I was 12. I remember like being in JSS, 2? And thinking, wouldn't it be cool if, you know, like me and my friends were all like working on something, and like I didn't have to like wear a suit to the office. That was at 12. At 12, I did not want to wear suits to the office. So I think, thankfully, this is like a dream come true, just to create something in Nigeria.
So get high.
It is definitely not for the faint of heart. Definitely not. But it has been very fulfilling, right? This is something that I've been dreaming of doing since I was a child. So obviously, I have like any wahala, I can say I brought this on myself, and so I can take care of it. I have really enjoyed working with this team, people in this office, pretty cool people, and you know, like I would say they're more like co-conspirators. You know, some people call their co-workers family. I have boundaries. I'm not joining them in that ridiculousness. But these guys, they get it, right? Like they are part of the crazy that is making this this whole thing come together, and that's pretty cool. Because for instance, for a great example, came to the office on Monday, and we're like, you know what? We need to stop answering messages manually. We need a chatbot. So just like. And like it's Friday and there's a chatbot because like they just vexed and just did it. Like that's pretty cool. Or we need to go and record a video for our app, right? We need a video, an informational video, and without paying anyone, people again in this office came up with animation to do it by just like it's a very can-do group of people. So I really enjoy working with them.
Get high. So get high.
Yeah, so the biggest one is always going to be finding a good team. Because the thing is, a good team is relative. A lot of being in a startup is about working with what is in your head and sharing with enough people to make it real. And if you don't get people who can communicate well with you and with other people outside the organization, you have a problem. And so for the first month after I quit my job to start a company, all I did was craft the recruitment process. 1 month sitting in an office myself, writing the application documents, crafting the application questions, all of that stuff, so that when people come to say they want to work with us, there's a clear process for getting them through. And I know other startup founders who've actually used our template. That's the biggest one. Next one would be, and it isn't fair to say this, but I know this is an issue that a lot of people have asked me about, which is just startup funding, right? Where do you get people to trust you, to give you money? And I say, well, I'm very lucky. Thanks to the experiences and the education that I have, my network is made of people who actually see the value of letting someone run with a dream before he or she is even sure about what will come out of it. And so I have really great angel investors from my church in New York when I was living there, and from school when I was in business school. And that's who has actually funded. There are some Nigerian investors, but again, these are Nigerian investors that I met when I was not living in Nigeria. So it's actually a tough one to explain, because I currently have not been funded by any like locally based Nigerian investors.
Oh, great.
So honestly, Lagos is probably one of the easier places to do business in Nigeria, if you think about it, because a lot of people here are very business minded. And let's see, you are surrounded by entrepreneurs, you are surrounded by people who want to try new things, who are open-minded to try new things. That's really a plus. So I wouldn't call that a challenge, that's a benefit of doing business in Lagos. When you need new young talent, you have many schools to choose from. And a lot of people also are returning. When they return to Nigeria, they come to Lagos. So actually Lagos is a great place to start a business, I would say, if you're going to be starting one in Africa. Small challenges, but like, please, these are manageable things. And there's noise outside because the generator is going. You know what? You have light in your house. Shut up and be happy. Well, the dollar crashing was not a fun situation for anybody, and that is still a very kind of like tough thing, because I remember like all the savings that I had from working at Conga, I watched them shrink, right? And I continue to watch. Well, there's nothing left savings-wise, but like I remember when I was like, wow, this is really, really painful. Why isn't this? Why is this happening? So things like that happen. But then if you have your convictions in line, if you know why you're here, then hey, temporary setback, right?
Get high. Get high. Yeah.
You better move. Check out.
Like don't do it. Save yourself. Don't use up all your money on a dream. Seriously, don't do it. But if you must, then make sure that you've actually done a lot of homework to make sure that it's worth doing.